So if you own a Honda Accord and you need to change your headlight, here's how you do it. Now the lift helps, but it's not necessary. You can do this with a floor jack or just crawl underneath the car. So first you're gonna pop all these little plastic clips off the front. Like that. And then once you remove all of them from the black piece as well, you can pull that up around the hood latch and out. Now with the car in the air, you can remove the two Phillips heads on each side in front of the wheel. With those out, you're gonna go underneath the car and start removing the ones that go across this front pan. And actually some of them are already missing. Once those are out, grab the bumper here and pull it away from you to release these clips. Then let the bumper hang and unplug your fog lights. Now you've got a 10mm bolt here, one right here, and one right there in the top. Carefully pull the headlight out of place. Find your bulb that's bad, twist, and there you go. Yes. Then just put it back together in the reverse of how you took it apart. 2008 Acura MDX. It was towed in. You want to take any guesses why? This one has the larger displacement 3.7 with variable valve timing. And it's probably not what you think either. We've got a dead battery. So if you were sitting there saying transmission, ha, not yet. This one will live to see another mile. But first, it's time to put an alternator in it. And we fully tested the system. The car with the jumper pack on it to run still doesn't even have 12 volts going through it. The alternator is putting out no current. And the alternator is located on the passenger side down here below the oil dipstick. It is right there. Kind of a pain to get out, but it can be done. And then we'll see if the customer wants a new one, a rebuilt one, or a used one. All right. 2000 Honda Accord Coupe. Will not move in gear. Let's fix it. And with the tire off, you can see it has busted the axle shaft right there at the knuckle and caught a brake line in the process. So let's get an axle, some lug nuts, and get this thing put back together. And new axle going in. Grease caliper pins, reinstall. Tighten up the CV axle nut. Install these two bolts that weren't installed the first time that caused the whole problem. '95 Honda Accord 4-door towed in for a no start. Pop the hood. Dirty cables. Let's clean. Ta-da. Little bit of sandpaper on drill and brand new. Tighten them down. A little bit of battery terminal cleaner. Nope. Looks like a battery issue now. One new battery later. Aha! There we go. And for shits and giggles, threw it on the rack, crawled underneath it, and check this thing out. This transmission is covered in fluid, just pouring. Looks like the pan is seeping too. But this transmission is just soaking. Now you wait and see what the customer wants to do. 2002 Honda Odyssey, and guess what we're replacing on it? You guessed it, transmission. But look at the oil leaks from this motor. Here's where your exhaust manifold goes down. Here's the engine block back behind it, and it is just shiny. Over here on the side, look at this. Look, oh my God. Even the transmission. Oh, there's a sticker underneath here.
And what does that sticker say?
I don't know, but look.
You don't say
there's a whole sticker that you couldn't see. I mean, this thing is just puking oil. Probably hasn't had a time ability. Look at that. Oh, God.
There it is.
Nasty. Oh, yeah. All right, so on the very dirty Odyssey, here's your update. There's our new transmission, and here is our motor and K-frame sitting on the ground. There's our bad transmission, and there's the hull of the van that once was. Nothing in there but the struts, boys. Drop the whole thing out the bottom. Pull the transmission off the K-frame. Gonna set the new transmission on there, tighten it down. K-frame goes back up into the car. And that's all there is to it. A few hours worth of work. We'll get it all back together. Probably not gonna finish it today, getting tired, but tomorrow, right? All right. So putting a fuel pump in this Honda Odyssey, which is super conveniently easy, if you take out the rear seats and fold the carpet up and you can get to it. However, what was in the tank is what I want you guys to see. And here we go. Looks like some brown liquor in there. And that's 2 different layers of liquid. The dark red stuff down there in the bottom, there's 2 layers of crap. So you can actually see it move. Get in here and see it.
See if you can dip out of it. See.
Nasty, nasty. So there's the fresh stuff that we put in it that's sitting on top. And then all that other is what was sitting in there before. Yuck. You can see the brown. Yeah, that's what's coming out. So let's fix it. We are changing the cruise control switch in a 2011 Honda Civic. Disconnect your hot battery terminal and let the car sit for about 5 minutes. Then get you a long-handled T30 Torx bit driver. And inside this slot, right beside the key, you've got 1 bolt. And then on the other side, you've got another one in this slot right here. Take both of these out. And there they are. The airbag assembly will now pull forward. Then disconnect this plug in for the horn and this yellow one for the airbag. You can set it out of the way. This clip, this black part, pulls up to release. Now we're going to remove that Phillips head and this Phillips head screw. Turn your steering wheel to the left. You got a screw that goes in right here. Let's remove it. And then you got the other one right here. We've got it out. We're going to turn the wheel all the way upside down. And you've got 2 more right here in the bottom of the steering wheel. Now rotate the wheel back up to the right and through this other hole right here. We're going to get this bolt out. And then turn the wheel all the way the other way and get it out here. You can see the hole through the steering wheel. You're trying to get the bolt out on the back side of this. Now you need to pull away from the steering wheel towards the inside, and that will loosen this plastic trim. You can flip this thing over, and there we are. Now we can take these screws out right here to remove the cruise control from the trim assembly. And then it just pulls away. So now you've got this connector right here, and there is your broken cruise control switch. Now we're going to install our new cruise control switch. After a long battle over replace the screws, you can plug your horn back in, plug the airbag back in, set the horn into place. Put these 2 screws back in the sides. Bolts are all back in. Let's hook up the battery. We'll start the car up. Oh, airbag, winch wipers are on. All right. Can you see that? Sort of. No warning lights. Aha! See that? Cruise on, off, on, off. Perfect. Let's go see it on the road. Almost forgot to check. Horn still works. In most cars, cruise control will work anything over 25 miles an hour. So let's turn it on and let's hit set. There we go. Feet are off. We're cruising. It worked. All right, on to the next one.